This is Optimal Relationships Daily. Who are your friends? By James Altucher of jamesaltucher.com. There's a good chance I will talk to nobody at all today. I have some meetings lined up for tomorrow in the city, so I'll be talking to people then, but nothing for today. Dan, my business partner, and I are in waiting mode. We have things going on, but nothing is happening today, and he has a new baby and a new house coming, so he's busy. My kids are in school all day and then off to their moms. Nobody else in my family speaks to me, at least not on a regular basis. I have no other friends that I talk to on the phone. I have a hard time talking on the phone anyway, and I don't always promptly respond to emails. My best friend from childhood is probably dead. I haven't spoken to him in 15 years. I wasn't a very good friend. I skipped the wedding of my best friend from college. I wasn't a very good friend. He doesn't speak to me anymore. I had to learn to be a better friend. But I want to talk to friends. So I'm going to broaden my definition a bit. First off, I only want friends that inspire me and lift me up. That doesn't mean friends can't have problems. I like when my friends come to me with problems. I come to them with problems, i.e., we then inspire each other, ideally and with sincerity, and attempt to lift each other up. It doesn't have to be at the same time. It might be years apart. Friends teach me new things. They challenge my beliefs in a constructive way. A few weeks ago, a friend that I had known for 20 years, we were even housemates for a while in college, kept commenting on my Facebook in a destructive way. I couldn't understand his criticisms, and he even admitted he didn't know what was going on. So I unfriended him and I blocked him. Friend or not, I don't deal with people who turn on the bad person gene. I also know someone is a friend when I can go long stretches without talking to him or her, and then we talk and it's right where we left off. I have a lot of friends like that. So, who are my friends today? For one thing, boxes. I have boxes called computers or TVs or books. And through my computers, I'm sure I will associate with many people. I'll respond to emails, I'll look at Facebook and interact with people on Twitter and in comments. But even with these people, I have to make sure I apply the same checklist. 1. Am I only responding to people who like me and uplift me? Again, it doesn't mean they have to be in a good mood, just that it's someone who I can be supportive of and is supportive of me, even if it's a new friend and we're still feeling each other out. 2, am I only responding to people who are constructive? And conversely, is it a friend I can be constructive with and I have no hidden agendas, e.g. I'm angry or I want money from that person or I'm intimidated by that person, etc.? 3, am I only responding to people who are teaching me something? Or if they are asking me to teach them something, that's fine also. Friendships go in both directions. And 4, am I only responding to people who understand the occasional absence? I have to understand it from them also. This reminds me of the story of Chet and how he saved my business, Stock Picker, on a day we spoke after we hadn't spoken in maybe 5 or 6 years or more. That's sad, one might say, that you only have friends through computers. That's not real, one woman said to me yesterday in a thick Russian accent. It's not real if you can't touch them. But I don't care. Isn't that what social networking is about? To find new ways of being social? To not be trapped in the inflexibility of only being friends with people you can physically face? I've developed good friendships online, people who I might never meet. The last time I spoke to Chet, for instance, he told me he's never going on a plane again. I might never see him again in person, although I know I will be friends with him for life. Why won't he go on a plane? Chet's a genius, and most geniuses I know are slightly paranoid because they know the non-geniuses that run the world often make mistakes. So he doesn't ever want to walk through a radiation screener at an airport. Those things leak, man, he said. If you walk through one of those things on a bad day, the next day you could be destined for leukemia. I have 14 airplane trips coming up in the next few months. But not all of my friends are through social networking. Some of my friends don't know me at all. I might watch a TV show starring an actor I like that inspires me and uplifts me. So that show is my friend. Or I might read a book by an author that inspires me and uplifts me. Today I'm reading Tim O'Brien's latest collection of stories about Vietnam. I've never read fiction about Vietnam before. I like how he mixes the past, the present, fiction, nonfiction. How he puts Tim O'Brien in some of the stories, and yet some of the stories are from the point of view of other characters. It's structurally challenging. It's teaching me about writing. It's teaching me about Vietnam. And I feel like he's sharing of himself. I like him, even though he has no idea who I am. So that author is my friend. By the end of the day, I will have responded to about 30 or so emails. I will have responded to about 30 or so comments on my blog or others. My biggest challenge is never responding to the haters. I will interact with another 20 to 30 people or so on Twitter or Facebook. I will read pieces of 2 or 3 books and watch at least 1 or 2 shows, but not shows that bring me down, like news shows that have the specific agenda of scaring people. Those are not good friends to anyone. Everyone I interact with will have the qualities of a friend. They might not show up at my funeral, but I'm dead at that point anyway. I'll find or give pleasure from these people today. For me, that's what friendship is about. So, I might interact with over 100 friends today. I'll continue to avoid the people who put me down. I'll continue to interact with the people who uplift me. And by the end of the day, I might not have said a single word. You just listened to the post titled, "Who Are Your Friends?" by James Altucher of jamesaltucher.com. And a nuanced take from James, as is tradition. Thanks to him for this article and the opportunity to see friendship anew. I think this post was really about understanding and reflecting on the pillars of friendship, rather than from whom we receive friendship. Yes, we want to feel uplifted. We want people who teach us things and challenge us in healthy ways. These are great attributes to seek out in friends. But, in this age of self-help and mindfulness, I kind of have this worry that we might constantly demand this from our friends. I worry that in our willingness these days to look after ourselves and only surround ourselves with that which we feel we deserve constantly, that we might be losing our tolerance for friendships that go through rough patches and aren't ideal in one way or another for at least a small period of time. So just a reminder that improving friendships is like improving anything in life. We need to take the good with the bad. We need to make sure the bad is at least meaningful, as it is those less easy parts of life that can often teach us resilience and how to stick with things. We really mustn't lose that. And one way to not lose it is to be patient and considerate of friendships that aren't always perfect, but ultimately still fulfilling when considering them as a whole. So think today about how to strike that balance and give an appropriate amount of patience, not infinite patience, to friendships that aren't serving you the way that you would like them to right now. Okay, that's going to wrap us up for today, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day and be sure to come on back tomorrow where I will have another post for you. And that's where your optimal life awaits.